He edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Throwing, Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Chris Godwin, 43 yards. And the Buccaneers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
It's the score. Buccaneers 7, Packers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Down. Red, blue, strike, right. Blue, green.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the
touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Regular. 180. Real. What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets this up across the 35 before it's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for him first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 43 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin to kick
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Down. Black. 95. Hey, red.
In motion goes the tight end. Working out of the gun. Love. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Black shot. 10 black. Ready?
Now Love. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And his throw here is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Love. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And the Packers first down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch out, man. Black 40. Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft from a yard out. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to lure through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hey, alert 33. 180. Alert, 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 alert.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
180! Kings, Kings, Kings! Regular, regular, regular! What's up?
Mayfield now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Delivering the pass here to Evans on the out route. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
180! What's up?
Handoff running left, Irving. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
180! Stop!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up. Down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Lloyd. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers! Tucker Kraft. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. But no matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. The 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irvin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Down, fight, kick, ready, steal, flat. Ready.
To throw now, here's Love. Well, this is taken in, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
And the Packer first down.
Mega. Blue striker. Flight blue. Roster 6.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Again, it's Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. 20, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Lavonte David in on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready?
Love this time is going to set up to throw it. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Love. Ball comes out on a hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Love from the gun.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Packers.
Throwing. Love.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll just get rid of it.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Okay, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. White, 45, white. Grill green, Eagle blue, black shot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
Black open. Come on, set.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
White blue, set.
Back to throw again.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Black 40. Hut.
Back to throw. Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Let's go now. Hut.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll start on the ground with Irving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Regular. Set.
Once again, it's Irving.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit,
picked up by Lavonte David. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Set, ready. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Inside the 10. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Black, 95. Red, cycle. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
180. Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Alert. Regular, 180. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Ibuka. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from him. And it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
Now Love. He finds his man complete. It's Lloyd.
Love's pass.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Red, cycle. Here we go. Black, 60 red. Red, yellow. Drill green.
Here's Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Kings! Point it right. Watch out!
Now Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, alert 33. Watch out!
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
First down, here's White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rashad White, 32 yards. And the Bucs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They keep it on the ground. White again. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8.
Good. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop.
Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emeka Egbuka. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pass caught. That's Golden. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
That's good. 4 on the Packers.
To the air again, Love. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Kalijah Kancey coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Love. That's taken in by Golden.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Love throwing for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Packers 36.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
They start the drive with White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yaya Diaby
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Willis looking to throw it.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On the jump.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come, Viking! Viking, 18! Buffalo, 18! 18, Rattler, 18, Panther, 11, Panther, 11. Go!
Willis got to have this one. And he is going to have a Packers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
18, 5 here. 79, Kraken, 60.
And the Packer first down.
Willis looks to pass it here. And finds his receiver, Watson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And his throw is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
180! Up! Point it right. What's up?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
1-8, done.
Opting to run again here with White. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
180! Kings!
Mayfield now. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the RPO, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Throwing on second and long.
Willis able to find his man, Kraft.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Now Willis to throw.
And it is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Gain of 24 yards. And the Packers first down.
The shotgun snap to Willis.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to throw, Willis. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Willis on third and goal.
Touchdown, Packers!
Marshawn Lloyd.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Packers 43.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. He's looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Now Mayfield.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Okay, ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here's Willis.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes second down. One final try here for Willis.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.